Welcome to Mom and D Hawaii. I am so excited about my Cricut Joy. I wanted to share it while I opened it because I'm super excited. But I've also been getting a lot of questions about coronavirus. So today I'm also going to try to answer those questions while also opening the Cricut Joy. So we'll start with the crafting. I got the HSN bundle that was $179.95 on HSN. They are sold out. However, they do now have a different bundle available on Cricut.com. That bundle is $184.99, so about $185 if you want to get that with access. So if you don't have access, it's a little bit more expensive at $238.93, so about $239, $240. But if you have access, then you get free shipping, and it is $185. And so that is a different bundle that's available on Cricut now. The HSN bundles, there were two of them. One had a card mat. I got the first bundle that just came out at midnight, and I was very excited. It sold out pretty quickly, so I'm going to unbox it here because I'm very excited about it. So as we're unboxing, we'll talk a little bit about coronavirus. So it is spreading pretty rapidly. A lot of questions that I've had about it include, what does it mean? Why should we care? A lot of myths that I've heard is that, it's just like the flu, so we shouldn't really worry about it. That's not true. And it's also not true that it's something that we should really freak out about totally. It is a virus. It's a flu-like virus. So coronavirus is another family of viruses that causes a flu-like illness. It is very common, so it usually causes the common cold. But in this case, they're really scared about it because of how it skips species. So whenever viruses do that, when they jump from one species to another, we haven't had any exposure to it. So what happens is we're not as able to fight it off. So most viruses we get, it causes us a little bit of cold-like symptoms, fevers, cough, runny nose, and then our body, our own immune system is able to fight it off. But this virus is scary because it jumped from a different species over to humans. And so whenever that happens, it's so different that we haven't developed a good immunity to it. Every year, that's why the flu vaccine changes, because we're trying to get some partial immunity to the flu virus every year. The flu does change. It's constantly evolving. So that's why our flu shot changes every year. So no matter what, usually what it does is provides us with a little bit of immunity, but not 100% of immunity. So here is the Joy box. You guys have probably already seen it from everybody else already. Yay! It is little. It is tiny. I will tell you guys, the Cricut Joy is so tiny. Look at it. It's so small. It's 4 pounds. I'm very excited. The best part about it is that it's portable, I think. You can take it with you. You can craft anywhere. It's pretty powerful for how small it is. Now, if you have a bigger machine, do you need the Cricut Joy? No, you don't need it. It does everything your big machine does, except it's smaller. The one exception would be the 20-foot long cuts, although technically it's 4 feet that you can repeat 4 times. So then for a total of 20 feet. 4 feet, that doesn't make sense. I'm horrible at math. 4 feet that you can repeat 5 times for a total of 20 feet long. So this bundle your machine itself comes with the machine, comes with a black pen, comes with a starter kit, so some starter material, and it should come with a mat. So I'm assuming maybe the mat is with the other stuff. But it's a nice sturdy box that it comes in. Ooh. It's like Christmas. It's so much fun. Okay, so back to the coronavirus a little bit. What's kind of scary is that they haven't been able to contain it. it's hard because it is so similar to the flu. People probably think they're just sick with a cold or the flu, which it will be like for most people. Most people will be fine with it. They'll get it and then they'll recover and they'll get better. People who have decreased immune systems, older people, people who are on medicines that decrease their immune system are going to be at increased risk. What's scary about it is, again, because we haven't developed an immunity to it yet, is that, and it's jump species, is that the death rate is actually pretty high. It is currently, if you look at the actual stats, it comes out to be about 3%. The death rate is probably a little bit lower. We just haven't captured all of the actual cases of coronavirus. So they're estimating that the death rate is probably closer to 2%. What people don't realize is that's the same death rate that was with the Spanish influenza of 1918. Oh, ambulance. So in 1918, there was this huge influenza epidemic that killed millions of people. It also infected millions of people. The death rate during that Spanish influenza was, again, about 2%. With this coronavirus, they are estimating the death rate to be about the same. Now, if it does go worldwide, because we have billions of people on the planet, it'll kill millions of people. Granted, they will most likely be elderly and immunocompromised. What's scary, though, is you're talking about 1918 versus today, so 2020. So the death rate you would expect to be lower, but it is not. It's about the same. So I think this virus is a little bit more scary and a little bit more infectious, though how quickly it's transmitting. It's a lot more quicker than H1N1 was. It's a lot quicker than the swine flu was. I remember H1N1 and the swine flu, we actually got a vaccine before it even reached Hawaii. Now we've actually got our first case in Hawaii, and we probably have been exposed because there was that Princess cruise ship that is now docked outside of California. They're not letting them come in or disembark, but that ship was in Hawaii before it went to California, and there are 3,000 people on that ship. That's 2,000 passengers and about 1,000 crew members. And they went to 4 Hawaiian islands before making the trip back to California. And now that they're back there, they're diagnosing all these people on that ship with coronavirus. So I would say we probably have it here. One of the biggest things that they've been talking about is just the testing. So testing hasn't been available widely. And so I assume that right now they're talking about opening up testing for more people. There's very strict criteria. I don't know about where you guys are at, but we have very strict criteria about who gets tested for coronavirus. And so it'll be interesting to see how much more cases probably were here, maybe for a while now. They're doing a lot of things. I don't know if you know, in Japan, they actually shut down schools. They're encouraging as much people as possible to telework because it's a virus. It's like a cold. I mean, with my kids, like, they pass on the cold back and forth 24/7, and just how infective it is. So that is the concern. The good news about the coronavirus is, though, even though kids have been infected, there isn't a really high death rate in kids the way that the Spanish influenza had a super high death rate. Anyways, so we digress. So here we have our toolkit that came with the bundle. We have smart iron-on. We have some smart label paper, some smart vinyl, and then also transfer tape. So this all came with it. So now I can get started right away. And in addition to the starter pack, and there was pens, set of 3 extra pens. So in addition to the black pen, I have 3 more. There is an open knee pack. Oh, and in the open knee pack, I was looking for the mat. It's so little. I didn't think it was going to fit in there. There's this little mat here. And then getting started, there's some cardstock, as well as some more smart vinyl in here. Okay, warranty statement, and then a let's get started book, which is really skinny, which basically means go on your smart device with Bluetooth connectivity to start. And then the extra bundle, the card mat bundle that came with it, comes with another set of pens. This one is brown, gray, and black. And 3 sets of cards. So it comes with the card, the little insert card, and an envelope. This one is called Romantic Sampler. This one is Glitz and Glam Sampler. And then this is the Princess Sampler. So the Princess Sampler looks pretty cute, the colors. And then, of course, is the special card mat. So as soon as I do this, I will try to video when I make a card. But thanks for watching. If you have other questions, let me know in the comments. I was just getting a lot of questions about the coronavirus from family, from friends, and then at work. So just some basics. So how do you protect yourself? That was the other big question I was getting. The big thing is it is a virus. So you should wash your hands. If you yourself are sick, don't go and outdoors. This is the whole quarantining, the self-quarantining they're saying and recommending. So stay home, wash your hands, don't infect other people. It's just like when you have a cold or the flu, you don't want to spread it. Minimize contact with other people. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash them again. I saw this really funny quote that said, if you're from Texas, this is how you prevent the coronavirus. You pretend that you've been chopping jalapenos, wash your hands like you got to put your contacts in. So that means wash, wash, wash until they're clean. What else is important? So they are recommending, the CDC is recommending food and supplies for about 14 days. And that's so that you can self-quarantine. Again, so you don't have to leave your house and get supplies in case you're sick and you need to self-quarantine. So people are going to be a lot more cautious and nervous about other people who are sick at this time, understandably so. And testing is going to, again, expand just because there's now person-to-person transmission. We're not just getting it from outside. And it looks like big places that you can get the illness from are places that are known to have breakouts, or now it looks like, of course, these cruise ships where it's a very contained environment and it just breeds all this infection. Of course, there is no preference for this virus for young, old, uh, genetic background. So if you're Asian, that doesn't mean you're more likely. It just happened to start there in Asia. But if you're Caucasian or African, it doesn't matter. You're still susceptible. It's a virus. It's, again, if you think of it like the flu, but just a little bit more virulent, a little bit more likely to spread. And then also if you're elderly or immunocompromised, it's more likely to actually be severe, like a severe illness that might actually kill you. So that's what's scary about it. If you have other questions or concerns, please leave it in the comments below. I'm super glad I got the Joy now, because if I do get coronavirus, because I'm around sick people all the time and I have to self-quarantine, then at least I'll always have something to do, fun to do. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, how do I stop it? Oh, there.